Hi guys, it's Lindsay again. I am back for my 15-week update, pregnancy update. So honestly, I think that this week I'm going to do weeks 15 and 16 combined because really week 15, not a lot happened, honestly. I was just writing in my pregnancy baby book and honestly, it was kind of uneventful as a week, which I suppose in a way is good, seeing as last week in week 14, it was so filled with like neck aches and earaches and just not feeling good. Basically what I wanted to say was just like a couple things. So where I had left off in my last video, I think I said that day I had like a bit of an earache kind of left over, a bit of like the neck ache that I'd had. Luckily those drops for my ear worked and they took away the earache, so that's good. I have to say this morning I woke up with like ever so slight kind of feeling like in my ear, but it didn't develop into an earache, so that's good. And yeah, like honestly, it was kind of uneventful as a week. Really, I didn't really feel much at all in the way of like flutters that I could be sure about. Since it's still so early, like it's really difficult to be sure. Like I, of course, felt things in the week that I was like, oh, well, maybe it was the baby, but like I just wasn't sure a lot of the time. So on my Ovia app, most of the time I wrote like no movement, just because I don't want to like mistake it for something else. Anyway, so I think what I'll say now is basically I'm on week 16, so I'm 16 weeks and 1 day now. So I will put these two videos out together basically once week 16 ends. I will just make a comment quickly on how this week is going so far, seeing as I'm going to put them together. Say, I have to be honest, I think that I might have felt like the baby's, I don't know, foot or arm, I guess hand, or something. Because both of the last 2 days, like it felt like a tap, to be honest. Like I was kind of describing it before as like a knock, but I think a tap is like more accurate. So basically yesterday, because you know how you're not really supposed to sleep on, well, obviously your belly. I don't sleep on my belly generally anyway because it gives me a horrible neck ache, which if you've watched the last video of mine, I think you've started to maybe understand that does happen to me sometimes. So it gives me a horrible neck ache. So like I hate sleeping on my stomach anyway, no problem. But you're really supposed to sleep on your left side. I love sleeping on my left side, but for some reason recently, I don't know, like I've been wanting to sleep more on my right side, which happens sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like sleeping on my left side, sometimes I feel like sleeping on my right side, but like to fall asleep, because once I am asleep, my husband says I fall straight on my back. So probably I'm going to have to look into getting one of those pregnancy pillows soon. Because obviously as the pregnancy progresses, I don't want to be sleeping on my back. That's not good. So I will have to investigate that. I don't feel like I need it yet, honestly, but I'm sure that I think it'll be something coming up that I definitely need to investigate. And yeah, basically on the day that I turned 16 weeks, I was like lying in bed. Well, I was trying to get up, so I was like half asleep, and I kept pressing snooze on the alarm clock, and I caught myself like really far over, sleeping on my right side, like almost on my stomach, and I felt like kind of a bit over to the right side of my stomach, like it was like this tap. It was like one, but it kind of went what was that? And I didn't feel it again, but I was like, oh, maybe the baby's like telling me to get out of this position because I'm on my like stomach. So anyway, I moved. But that was yesterday. And then this morning I was eating breakfast, and because I live in Italy, it's almost Eastern, so they have these like cakes. So la colomba for like, I think it means like the pigeon actually. But it's just like a panettone cake, basically. Same idea with like the candied fruit, but they put like a sugar coating on top, and it's quite sugared if you buy the ones that are like store made from the classic brands like Balocco or Mina. Anyway, so I had one, it was good, but I had my feet kind of propped on my seat across from me because there's like the bar underneath the seat. And I don't know, same thing, like I felt like a few taps. Like, and it makes me go, like, kind of have a reaction, right? Like enough to actually make me react. And I don't know, like same thing. And I didn't feel it again because I like try to like press on my stomach just to see if I like get another response. But like I never want to press too hard because like I don't want to like, I don't know, accidentally hurt the baby. But anyway, I didn't feel anything again, but it kind of made me wonder. And I'm like, well, either it doesn't like the position that had my feet propped in, like my legs, or it liked the cake, maybe. But that's basically it so far, but that was kind of exciting news. So we'll see at the end of week 16 if I have anything else to add, but I think that today or in the next couple days, I also need to be looking into getting some maternity leggings because my belly's growing, and in my pregnancy book, it has a thing that I'm trying to remember to do because in the beginning I didn't remember. But like to measure your belly circumference every week, and it's already grown like 2 centimeters from 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, oh, it must be growing like a centimeter a week. Which would explain why also some of my leggings that like they felt fine even like last week, then in the last couple days they suddenly like were not so comfy. And there was like a pair yesterday where for the very first time like I felt like some cramp like down my stomach, like whenever I had to bend over for something, which was new. And so my husband was like, please like find some maternity like leggings, you know, like if you need them, go and get them. So we'll see. I have to investigate that. And it's a bit confusing. Like, I don't know if I should buy jeans because like it's going to be 25 degrees on this weekend. And I mean, how much longer am I really going to be wearing jeans? Also because since I'm a teacher, I don't know if school's even going to be back in session this year before the school year ends. So this is my 7th week being off since this whole virus situation began. And I've been living in my yoga pants, sweatpants, and leggings. And I have not worn anything else in 7 weeks. So I'm kind of like, I really don't know if I actually need to buy jeans because one, we're not allowed to go out anyway. I had a brand new denim jacket I bought for, the spring and fall, but in December I bought it with some gift money from my grandparents, and I found it yesterday when I was going through my winter clothes to throw them out to be laundered in the washing machine, and I went, I forgot about this jacket, which I didn't have even a chance to wear it. I mean, maybe now if we were able to go out in the evening, if we were able to go out, because we're certainly not, at all, not just in the evening, I could have worn it. So I basically went from wearing like my winter jacket to a sweater over my t-shirt because now it's too warm even to wear like a jacket. So I don't know. It's a bit confusing just because of the situation there, but I'm sure a good pair or two of leggings is definitely worth buying. So look into that. My t-shirts so far they seem to fit me. Actually, I shouldn't say that because this is the first t-shirt I've worn from the season, but I guess I will discover that through the week as it's worn. So far I've had more to say about week 16 than week 15, and I'm only in the beginning. So I will quickly show you where I am at 16 weeks and 1 day. So essentially still like, you can count it as like the 15-week bump shot. Then I'll show one at the end of 16 weeks next time. So let's see here. Like here, I've noticed that my torso's like come out like quite a bit actually. And yeah, so here is basically the belly. It's kind of going out like that. Kind of cool. Anyway, that's basically it for now. So I'll attach on the rest of the video for the rest of the week if anything else happens. If not, then I will end it here. So if you're interested in following my journey, I'm going to try and upload weekly or bi-weekly. I mean, if I have a week where nothing really happens, like week 15, I'll do like 2 weeks. But I would love it if you would subscribe. Okay, bye. Hi, here I am at the end of week 16. Officially today, I am 17 weeks. So just to add on to the previous portion of the video, honestly, not too much changed the rest of the week from what I was saying in the beginning of 16 weeks. The only other thing to mention is that I kept feeling flutters. Always not every day. I think there were like a couple days, the last couple days, where it was like pretty quiet, where I'm just kind of like, I think that that's like a flutter of the baby, but I didn't really feel it as strong as some other days. But actually on last Saturday, when I was eating a hot dog after lunch, I felt like actually strong flutters, like right where, like right down in the uterus area, and like it was almost like like kicking or something. I don't know. Maybe the baby liked the hot dog. But it was like really pronounced. Like I never felt something like that before, and so I told my husband. And I was like, wow, I just felt this like really weird sensation, like strong flutters, like the strongest yet. And I'm just looking over at my baby book, what I had written. And then my husband had told me a couple days ago, he's like, oh, it looks to me like you've been glowing in the last week. So yay, I must have the pregnancy glow finally. Unfortunately, I can't really say the same for my hair. My hair doesn't look like anything special, but my face is cleared up, so that's good. However, I still have like zits, chest and back a bit, but the face has gotten clear for sure. So that's it. Basically, I just like measured my belly because in my baby book, it kind of says like each week. So it looks like I went up by like 1.5 centimeters in the last week, which is crazy. Because when I had taken the picture this morning for the beginning of week 17, like it didn't really look, actually like it hadn't grown at all. In fact, I thought that I looked bigger last week. But here we go. I'll just end it here with the belly shot for 16 weeks, the very end. And here we go. So torso has like started to come out, right? And then on the bottom, always more pronounced. So that's pretty much it for this week. Okay, so I would love to have you guys respond in the comments. Are any of you guys pregnant? Let me know. How far along are you? So, okay. If you want to follow my pregnancy journey, please hit subscribe. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you next time. Okay, bye.